One night is in Karazhan, a new expansion. And they already revealed some new cards. So let's start. Kind of curious and excited about playing them. So 6 mana, Ivory Knight, a Paladin creature. 4/4 stats, battlecry, discover a spell. Restore health to your hero equal to its cost. So I already kind of looked for this spell and someone did the math. Chance of getting spell with 5 mana cost or higher is 63% when you play this card. You have 20% chance to get 8 or higher spell with mana cost 8, and you have 92% chance to get a spell with 2 mana cost or higher. So basically, if you play this card and you get anything can happen, and you're not playing any Murlocs, it still heals you for 10. So it's 6 mana for 4, restore 10 life. If you recover, anything can happen, even if you don't play any Murlocs. Nice, right? If you get land hands, it's just perfect. I mean, heal for 8, get land hands into your hand. If you discover equality, sometimes you want to have a board clear for next turn. It's a 4/4, draw a card, draw a really good card, and heal for 2. I mean, it might be useful sometimes too, if your game plan is reliant on having some hard removal and you get equality from it. Yeah, sometimes you'll get like 3 shitty secrets. And getting redemption isn't even so terrible sometimes. It can be bad. But I like this card. I think it should be playable. I'll definitely test it. So for Hunter, they gave Kindly Grandmother. The 2 mana 1/1, Beast, and Death Rattle summon at 3/2, Big Bad Wolf, which is a beast as well. Another good creature, good minion. 2 mana 1/1, it's a beast. For Hunter, having a sticky creature is really good. It was a Hunted Creeper before, it used to summon 2 1/1s and 1/2 stats. This creature is probably even stronger than Hunted Creeper for Hunter, because having a 3/2 as a Death Rattle afterwards is better than having 2 1/1s, I think. Less vulnerable to swipe, stuff like that. Can be hard mastered. In Wild we'll see it play probably, and in Standard we'll see it definitely. 4 mana 3/4 Barnes Legendary. Battlecry summon a 1/1 copy of random minion in your deck. If it's a taunt, you will get a 1/1 taunt. If it's Emperor Torisan, you'll get discount. If it's Sorcerer's Apprentice, you can cast spells. If it's Archmage Antonidas or Ragnaros, minion will benefit. But it's a 4 mana 3/4. 3/4 and 1/1, it's worse than a 4/5 in most decks. You can get a Fendril from it sometimes if you play Druid, for example, or you can get Maligas. It's a risky card to introduce, I think. There might be some tricky situations with this. If you get Maligas as a Druid, you can get Wild Teacher from it. For Druid, I think it must be good, right? In Druid, you play cards like Wild Teacher, Fendril, Ancient of War, which is actually Ancient of War isn't a taunt, it will be just a 1/1. But if you get a Fendril, if you play Maligas Druid, you can get Maligas. Makes sense in this deck. I think in just a regular deck it doesn't make sense to play it. 3/4 and a 1/1 for 4 mana is underwhelming. If you play it in Rogue, you can get an Azure Drake, so you get Spell Power 1/1. You can get Blood Mage Talnus, Spell Power 1/1 and draw a card. You can just play like Nazas deck with Death Rattles. You can get Ethereal, which will be a 1/1 taunt Divine Shield, and Death Rattle will give you 5/3 Ashbringer. You can get Ragnaros Light Lord, Ragnaros Fire Lord, you can get Wild Pyromancer if you play it in Nazas Paladin. It's an interesting card, right? I will definitely try it. Not sure how playable it is, and it's really random. But I'll try out. Seems fun. The Curator. 7 mana for 6 taunt. Battlecry, draw a beast, dragon, and Murloc from your deck. So in what deck you want to play a beast, a dragon, and a Murloc? You can probably play Anything Can Happen Paladin with Curator in it. And you get a 4/6 taunt, which is not bad. You get your Murloc. You can play Azure Drake. So you get Azure Drake. And you can get a beast. I don't know what beast should you put in there. Oh, Code! Yeah! Here we go. That's a decent card then, right? You can draw Murloc, you can draw Kodo, and you can draw Azure Drake. If you play Anything Can Happen Paladin, it works. Where else is good? I don't think it's good if you only have a beast and a dragon in deck. Then you just draw 2. 7 mana for 6 stone, draw 2 cards. It's not terrible. It's a bit slow, so... Yeah, I only can think about anything Paladin. Actually, if you play anything Paladin, and you use Barnes, and you get a Murloc, it counts towards anything can happen as well. Actually, these 3 cards, they're pretty good for anything deck if you think about it. Ivory Knight, you can heal yourself. If you get anything can happen from it, heal yourself for 10, and you get a kind of useful spell too. It's not bad. You play Barnes, you get a 1/1 copy of your Murloc, it's fine. Or you can get Tyrion or Ragnar's Light Lord. Good. You can even put Emperor Thurston into a deck, probably. Then you play Curator. You draw Azure Drake, you draw Kodo, and you draw any Murloc you have left. Drawing Murloc is actually really important sometimes. Other than that, I can think about like a Beast Druid. In Beast Druid, you can play a Beast and a Dragon. And you can play it in Hunter, probably. If you play Azure Drake's Hunter. You can play it in Arena Warlock with Kodo. You can play Arena Warlock with Kodo, Azure Drake, Twilight Drake. I guess there's no Murlocs, not so many Beasts and Dragons. Questionable. But for Arena Luck, many cards are kind of underwhelming. So having 7 mana for 6 is not so bad. Maybe in one deck we'll see it play. Like anything that should be good, right? If anything can happen, Binding will be good, it will be good. Okay, so for Rogue we get 5 mana Ethereal Peddler. It's 5/6 stats, battle cry, reduce the cost of cards in your hand from other classes by 2. 5 mana 5/6 is like a pit fighter. Pretty good stats. On 5 mana Rogue already has Azure Drakes. But it's not as competitive as it was before when they were Slash Belchers. So having some extra 5 drops is fine. For Reno Warlock, for Reno Rogue, it should be a really good card to have. But Reno Rogue isn't consistent and it's not competitive. So Savage will be happy to see this card for sure. And you probably want to play double Burgle and double Huckster if you play it. I guess for Arena is good enough too. Is it good? If you play Burgle, it's worth playing. If you play Hucksters, it's probably not. If you play only Hucksters. So that's it. Maybe some new cards will be introduced, as I said, for Rogue. Then it will be better. So for Druid, we got 1 mana 2/2 Beast, just vanilla. I mean, it's a good card for Beast Druid if you go for Beast Synergy. It's not just worth it to play as a 2/2. If you have Mark of Yasharaj in deck, that's a good creature. It's basically like skipping turn 1 and playing 4/4 on turn 2 if you have Mark of Yasharaj. Because you get a cycle from Mark, you basically play a 2 mana 4/4. In this particular case, when otherwise you would just skip the turn 1 and play like a 3/2 on 2. Is it good enough? For aggressive Druid, I would say it's good. Will Beast Druid be competitive? That's a different story. But in any deck with Mark of Yasharaj in it, I think it's auto-include. Any other deck, it's not good enough. 7 mana Mage card, Firelands Portal. Deal 5 damage, summon a random 5 cost minion. Closest to compare, Call of the Wild. Weirdly enough, it can be compared. It's not so good if you want to smork with Huffer. But if you use Firelands Portal for trading, what do we have? We have 1 mana cheaper Call of the Wild. Instead of getting Leok and Misha, you will get a 5-drop. 1 mana cheaper. I mean, Call of the Wild is just broken to start with. Firelands Portal can be used in Freeze Mage, maybe. Random 5-drop. How good is random 5-drop is? We can actually check if you want. See, 5 drops. Ram Wrangler, Starving Buzzard. 6/5/2/5. 6/3, Servant of Yaxaron. 5/5s, 4/5. Shadowpan, Dark Skulker. Earth Elemental, Thunderbluff, Halazil. Doom God, Usher of Souls. A-Bomb, 4/4s, 4/2. A bunch of 5/4s, 5/5. a bunch of 4/4s, 3/3, Leroy, Grim Patron. Yeah, on average it's like a 4 or 5 stat 5 drop, I think. Maybe slightly less. It's a fun card to play, that's for sure. Because you get Doom God, you're kind of happy. You get Starving Buzzard, you're not happy. Your opponent is happy, so he's having fun. Someone is having fun, and someone is fucked. It's much worse than Call of the Wild. Because Leo plus Misha compared to 5 drop is just so much better and stronger. Dealing 5 damage, and you can go face with Huffer, which is basically deal 5 damage. I guess you can Smork if you go for lethal, but so can you do it as well if you play Call of the Wild. Maybe one of Firelands Portal in Temple Mage can be decent. We'll see. Very interesting cards overall.
This video is brought to you by G2A.com.